her whole song to me. You can't hear her word.
That was my girl. But I love me some goddamn Archie Bunker, boy.
Yeah.
He was so. He
And
was
I love
so
when what's trying to come on now?
Who that? George Jefferson. George
Ooh,
Jefferson.
when he used to
the
go.
spinoff
Yeah.
of the All in the Family. You couldn't have that show for
Ain't
nothing
no
in the
way.
world now.
How that was?
Right.
Do you know how much do you know how much they use nigga on regular television back then?
nigga.
And honky and all that other stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son.
Kind of wonky and shit to each
Yeah,
other.
like honkies, nigga.
Nigga.
Nigga. I missed that part. Nigga.
That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's on,
well, they didn't say it like that.
Yeah, but it was,
But they were just like nigga. This
it was
nigga's
slick.
crazy.
They was slick with it.
Yeah,
Put it
but
like
they would,
that.
yeah, they would say it.
This nigga.
Yeah, like that. Or like Fred was fighting somebody, or getting ready to fight somebody, and he started doing karate. He said,
"This
nigga's
nigga's
crazy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch some old
Or
shows.
when they was in jail, they said, "You got more niggas in here than."
No, he was in court.
Are the
He
cameras?
was
When he was in
court.
court, yeah.
Wait, are the cameras rolling?
Yeah, the camera's rolling, and the fucking mics are on.
Oh,
Yeah, so this is good, you know.
testing. Is it on?
Testes.
I don't know, cause I've been
1, 2
drinking.
testes.
I've been
These
drinking.
nuts.
Test these nuts.
Nuts.
All right, y'all, we on one today. All right, let me make sure.
Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't.
Let me. So
Motherfucker, yeah.
until we get in HR.
Wait a minute, Kells. When is your birthday, Kells?
I'm a virgin.
A virgin.
I'm a Virgo.
You know what?
Nigga, if you was
August 31st.
Oh shoot. Virgos do act like they virgins, but on the low.
Yeah, we
Nasty
some
little
freaks.
Yeah, well,
We some sluts.
dirty slut.
Fruits come up.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, so
let's do a countdown to make us sound official and do your shit. Do it for live though.
one time for the live. One time for the live. One time for the live. One time.
Hey, we got that oil in this, y'all.
I'm trying to hold my composure.
So
Lou?
we counting down, right? We counting
Yeah,
down.
do a 3 count.
3,
When
2,
Jesus.
It's the Social Drinkers Podcast.
Welcome to the Social Drinkers Podcast. Tonight we are talking about things we don't like, pet peeves.
Like Brittney said, the ick, the
ick,
the shit that grinds your gears.
Yeah, this.
Yeah. The shit you just don't like. You know, when people just try you. That's what I don't like. See, you started something. You just
No, I mean,
yeah.
that's a good
Let's
thing.
talk about
you
it.
already problem. So give us an example of what you're talking about.
when you post stuff on social media
So what's wrong with posting stuff on social media?
and everybody getting their feelings.
Okay.
About
So,
what you
How
post.
personal are you getting when you post on social media?
It could be a random.
Yeah, it can be random about
Yeah.
how you don't deal with certain type of people. It can be something personal about you or something that you can relate to your life. They'll take it as if, a hit dog gonna holler.
Right.
So they get to thinking you talking about them. So then you start getting calls on your phone. What you got going on? Or people start acting funny, stuff like that. Bitch, get out your feelings. That wasn't for you.
Feelings.
So
right, Lou.
that was a
Most of the time it was for you.
That was a preemptive get out your feelings before
I'm
everything
sorry.
was going.
When I posted, it was for you, and you know who you are.
Ooh, bars. Hit the scotch. Hit the scotch.
No, I'm playing. I'm not really an indirect person. I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
On me.
So
So
why you say-
most of the time
No.
it's a general thing, huh?
Why you say you playing?
No, I'm playing because I don't post stuff just like for
Okay.
people. But if
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna
you
beef
know,
on
let me
social
say
media.
this. If I feel like you posting something towards me, I'm petty. I'm gonna post something back. We're gonna play that game.
See, I ain't gonna do that.
But in general, no, I'm not listen, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
check
feel
you
you.
online and in person.
Yeah. See,
It
I
ain't
ain't
just
gonna
gonna
do
be
that.
a
I'm gonna
one
call
way.
you on that phone.
Yeah,
Put some
so
address on that shit.
But I'm
Or
gonna
when I
tell you,
see
no, because people will be like, you'll ask them and they'll be like, no, I didn't, no, that's
that
not
bitch,
what I
you ain't
meant.
got a lot
So
of
is that
No,
so
yeah,
they come
so-
to you in real life, to hitting you in the DMs, or they making comments under the post, or is it a combination of all of it?
I think it's a combination of all of it.
dirty.
But I don't
hoes.
think they're gonna be bold enough to hit you face to face.
Right.
There's a lot of them. You got too many internet gangsters.
Ooh,
They
I like that.
they
Twitter
tap
fingers.
Twitter fingers. They gangster or whatever. But
Bars.
you sit there and call them out. Okay, meet me here. It's quiet. When you call somebody out
Now,
like
I had
that, then
somebody get in my face and, bitch, what you meant?
You
Yeah, I
talking about
had
so
one
they
of them.
walked up to you?
Over
Yeah,
a
just
po-
hit
over
you
a
in the
in
same
the
place.
same facility.
over
Yeah.
a post.
Okay.
Over a post.
Yeah.
So I've never had that happen to me. I don't know. Is that something that happens? I just don't know of any guy that's gonna necessarily approach somebody.
You got
behind something that they perceive might be about them on the internet.
So basically, you
Nice
saying
thing.
this female stuff. It's mainly
No,
females that
I'm
do
not-
these type of things.
That's just
Niggas
from my
is big
experience.
bitches too.
Because
Yeah.
it depends. I think it depends on the guy. I think it's people in general, and I think it depends on the space you are in your life. You know, because there's a lot of things I can take personal, and I just kind of let it fly. You know, unless you like right there grinding my gears, and I'm really trying to get to a point where it's like, man, listen, if you're not saying it directly to me, I'm not entertaining it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
it's wasted energy.
right. But I know me, like when I have
I'm
that
ignorant.
particular person that from time to time pinning my mood and how I am. I said before I even respond to this person, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna block them, cause I figure if I sit here and
Yeah.
I'm typing all this stuff, and I mean,
Block game
I'm
real
bringing them.
strong.
They bring me down so they mentally stable, unstable mindset, and now we on the same level, and that's making me ignorant to the fact. Why am I arguing on my post? This is my page.
Right,
This is how I feel.
You don't gotta be here.
You don't have to be here. So the fact that
Oh, yeah.
the fact that you decide to make your comment and you feeling some type of way, that's your issue, not mine.
Yeah, because if I
So,
show you my block game, you'll be like,
Yeah,
you out
yeah.
here.
I don't
Yeah.
typically. I
100
don't block
people.
I don't block
I do.
people.
See,
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you rock out. I'm gonna let you see everything I do.
You
now.
have to see.
it depends.
I will
It
stop
depe- but
following you so I don't see the stuff you post. And the
Right,
reason
I
why
see
I
what
say
you say. Okay.
that is because somebody in my past constantly made posts, and they were vague enough where it could be like, well, that ain't about him. So it's not me that's complaining. It's other people coming to her being like, oh, I know I saw what
Yeah,
you posted.
watching what's
Oh, that
right.
ain't about, you know.
Yeah.
But if you add 2 and 2 together, you know, of course it's about me. So the thing is, if you can make it vague enough and I'd be offended by it, you always had that out like, well, no, I wasn't talking about you. But if 90% of everybody that see your post knows what you're talking about,
Exactly.
they're
When
talking
everybody
about you.
like, no,
Right.
they talk about you.
They
You
talk
know,
about
it ain't just you
So
thinking
it's,
it.
it's
Yeah,
not, it's
yeah.
not always
Yeah.
that somebody sees a post on social media and say, oh, that's about me. Sometimes it
Right.
really be about them. So in my case, I think it was very exact. This is
Right,
me.
right. And that's
But
just
you
right.
also have people that have a guilty conscience.
Yeah.
And they see
Right.
something.
That's what she said with the hit dog going holler.
They feeling some type of way about
Yeah,
it
because
too.
I'm telling you, it's not that much time in the day. Like, I'm literally, when I go into my garage and shut the door, I be in my little peaceful world.
And let me say this: energy don't lie. You know when something is directed towards you.
Yeah.
Because if that wasn't the case, then every single post you come across, you gonna think is about you. If you notice, you don't do that. It's
I have people
only
ain't
the
talked to me in
things.
months, hit me and ask me.
Yeah, it's only
I
the
want to call
things
that old
that you
name out so
know.
bad.
Well,
Ooh,
you
I
don't
wanna
have to. You
say-
don't have to do that.
I want to call it back because you called me. You ain't talked to me in about 6 or 7 months
So the thing is,
and
that-
asked me, was it about you?
so,
Girl, you
yeah,
saying
so
something?
if she watching it, then she knows.
Yeah, I don't give
But you know,
Yeah.
I'm saying.
it is what it is.
I'm on whatever type of time she on.
So while we're talking about social media, what do y'all think about people asking for money on social media, like birthdays, right? If it's your birthday, how do y'all feel about putting up your cash app?
So
I don't-
That don't bother me.
that don't bother me.
Okay.
See, I'm telling you the real world equivalent of putting your cash app on your birthday and you're in social media. I don't know if they do this in field, because I did it at work one time, and then it's not something I ever do, but somebody started it, and the guys don't typically do this, but you had the money chain.
Yeah.
You somebody pin a bill on you, and everybody add to it.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. It's like it's universally known when you see that it's your birthday, and if somebody got some cash on them,
put some on there.
You're gonna add to it. So I think if it's your birthday and you put the cash up on the screen and stuff, I ain't got an issue with that.
So let me say this. I don't have an issue with it. I just don't do it. It's my birthday. I feel like you see it's my birthday. If you want to give me something, ask me my Cash App. I'm not going to just put it on there to each his own. I never tell anybody not to do it. I just don't do it. I just feel like, it's my birthday. You going to tell me happy birthday? Tell me happy birthday. You going to send me something? They'll ask,
Yeah.
But I mean, look, Sean, I'm just
no, I don't, because I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, that's all. I'm just saying I handle it different. I don't put mines up there.
That's why it's a great question, right?
Yeah.
So now we had this line, right? You have certain people that I follow people that are really entertaining. And I enjoy going to their page or whatever, or their YouTube channel. I enjoy them. Yeah. And I've given maybe once or twice, and it's not a particular guy or girl or anything. It's just this content creator, and I had the money to give to him.
Right. Yeah. If you have it, I mean, I'm just saying. I just feel like I just don't do it. I feel the people that I'm close with, they'll reach out. It's your birthday. What you want to do?
Because I was talking about Kells earlier about that. One day we'll put our cash up on the channel. I just think that's something we got to earn.
Yeah. Right.
When people are coming to us in a certain amount and they're really enjoying what we're doing, we throw a cash app in the thing. If you want to buy something,
hold up, we got a cash app.
Not yet.
No, but think about it.
I'm setting that up tonight.
But Shauna, what I was going to add to that, what you got here, is when you're saying we got to build it up. Not only that, a lot of people, they want to invest in consistency. If you're not consistent with it, why am I going to invest in it?
Exactly.
So you got to earn it, right? You got to earn people's respect when it comes to that, as far as putting cash apps on certain things, like without what we got. Yeah, we gotta keep building and building until we get there. But you got a lot of people like they just throw it up there begging, and it's like, no, I'm not finna sponsor. No, you look for the wrong sponsor.
So even like on YouTube, people can send like super chats. Like that's not something that you have to ask for though. Yeah,
you're engaging with that person. He's doing a live or something. You're a part of the.
Oh, so it's only for lives?
It's not just for the lives.
Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's how you send a super chat.
Okay.
So you're engaging in the content they're creating at the moment. And so you may have a panel up and, people sending super chats and stuff like that. But the issue I have, you have people that do the bare minimum. They just make it a priority to go live and ask for gifts, which TikTok going to take a good chunk of it.
I'm hot or cold. The liquor got me hot. The air got me cold.
Do you know we are live?
Oh.
So I'll go make a menopause joke, but that would have been bad. Okay. Oh, I did it anyway.
You know what? It's that. Cut.
So 3, 2, 1. So you have people that are online and they're not really doing anything, and they had a cash app up there, and they expect to get paid just for existing. And I think that's the issue. So I never, ever, ever, ever do that.
So what? Okay, in that case, what? Just popped in my head. So what do y'all feel about the OnlyFans? Is that pretty much the same thing?
Shit, I got one. I see you on them ones. I gave it out. I mean.
Well, when you're paying for something on OnlyFans, it's just not for free, right? Can you go on there and watch for free?
Okay.
No,
or everything has to be paid for.
I don't know.
I don't know. Watch the preview before you get.
I'm saved.
I follow this basketball, this beach volleyball player, big thick chick, beautiful, but she has OnlyFans, and I'm like, damn, no.
No, OnlyFans gives me.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
And then when I went to it, it's free. And what she's doing on the OnlyFans is playing volleyball and giving fitness tips. She's not even charging you, and it ain't no filter. I was disappointed that she had an OnlyFans,
Right.
But it made people tune in though.
right? Because I did it.
It's
I was like, let
advertising.
me make sure she.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, you don't even have to charge. But she's actually it's all about the volleyball, and it's all about the fitness.
But that
and
was a
stuff.
good
Yeah.
advertising.
But think about it. For her to do that, that's also good recognition. Like she
Absolutely.
putting herself out there, and it's like, okay, man, you do
Yeah,
but
marketing
you,
herself.
But you marketing, but you doing OnlyFans on a different level.
Right. OnlyFans has a bad rap.
Right, it does.
Yeah, 'cause
But
I'ma
it-
tell you
but
what I think
it,
about
was it
OnlyFans.
intended for that? That's my
Right.
question.
I thought
Well,
Was
I
it? Was
almost
it?
got
No, I'm
one
saying, far as
before I
with
got
the sexual and
OnlyFans
all
was
stuff.
intended,
Was it?
I
What was
believe-
the main content of having an OnlyFans? Was
I-
it from sexual, like porn or
I
whatever?
don't think
But
it started that way.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it did either. That's
Yeah.
just my
But I don't know.
right.
So I
Right. It could
wrong.
be different.
Yeah.
Like, what if all of us had OnlyFans?
People have
I
told me to
fucked
get
around on
OnlyFans
that
for like,
one.
you know,
Yeah,
regular
but I got
basic
married.
stuff, but I was like, oh no, because they're gonna tie it to sex. I just think of like,
They will.
remember that? You don't have to be alone tonight. If you call
You
me,
get an OnlyFans and ain't no
pick up
sexual
the phone.
content. They subscribe to it. They
You
get
know
on
what
there
I'm
and
talking about?
you doing
Wait.
poetry and shit.
you remember that? On
What
1-800. You don't have to be alone tonight.
Oh yeah, that little
When
video.
you call me,
that was after video
pick
sold
up the phone.
on BET.
Yeah.
So that's what I think of when I think of
Girl, you took me
OnlyFans.
back
Like,
with that one.
right?
But they've kind of ruined
We
it.
got-
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I will say this.
We are going to have a good time.
Give it.
When you call me, pick up the
Oh
phone.
Lord.
Is that in Philly?
She used to really watch the
It was
video.
a commercial.
No, it's
They
a
used to come on
commercial.
the late night.
Wow.
Like call them to talk.
I never paid
Wait, I
attention to the
can't
song.
sing this song. I
No,
can't
she
sing this
jamming the
song
whole
without
movie.
laughing.
I don't
but it
remember
was
the
like,
song.
The whole
no, this was
jingle.
really the song. Wait, I'm trying to sing it without laughing.
She ain't gonna do it.
Wait.
She ain't gonna be able to do it.
You don't have to.
When you call me, pick up the phone. We can have a really good time.
That's some Philly shit there. I don't remember that song.
Sound like In Vogue or some shit.
And she had a deep voice like that.
That's that you memorized it.
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
Because let me
God.
tell you, I was so silly, right? I put it on it was my voicemail. My grandma called me like, why would you put something so
Wow.
disgusting? Or you remember back in the day we had, you know, everybody
Yeah,
used like landlines and you would leave
Yeah,
voicemails.
record your
Right,
message.
yeah.
So
of course,
I sung
yeah.
that on my voicemail, and my grandma was like going off on me, like, "Why would you put something so trashy?" Because I thought it was funny,
Yeah.
right?
I used to do
But she
silly
really did sing it like that with the deep voice. You don't have to be alone tonight. It's probably on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you, if I find it on YouTube, I'm gonna post it.
Now, if I find that,
Please comment if y'all know what I'm talking about.
I
Pick
find
up
it-
the phone.
if I find it on YouTube, I'm gonna place it.
Yes,
in the middle of this shit.
please. But anyway, that's what I think of when I think of OnlyFans.
Yeah, but the whole begging thing, they have chicks that literally will be laying in the bed and just
With their bonnet on.
and just laying there and they're answering questions and they had a
Bonnet
cash
stink.
app down at the
Are
bottom.
you serious?
Oh yeah.
You never seen that?
No, I don't go on OnlyFans.
No, he just talking about it in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even like
I
on
have
TikTok
all them
Live,
damn
right?
babies.
Right. And the reason why that irritates me, I feel personal. I have a personal issue with it. You know, because people are like, man, however people can make their money, just let them make their money. And that's the problem. We get so caught up in, hey, man, that's they hustle, let them do. Man, fuck that. You got to have some fucking integrity about
Right.
what it is you're doing. We put forth a lot of effort in order to try to put out content. And just to have somebody literally, you don't even have enough ambition to get your ass out of bed and take your bonnet off.
Yeah, fuck that
and lay
bonnet.
there
Thank you,
and
that
answer
bonnet.
questions and shit. I don't dig it. So I mean, that's the issue I have with.
Are they using these babies to get money?
Oh, it's,
That's a
Oh,
whole
that's
nother
another good one
conversation.
because I've watched people content, right? So it's a big thing going around with, you know, like the
Autistic
kids doing the
Yeah.
I got my boots on the ground.
My
You know, the
husband
little girls
literally-
doing it, and a guy basically was saying that they need to stop that because there are perverts that are not looking at these little girls as doing, you know, just doing a simple dance. They are fantasizing off of these little girls. Like, what do y'all think about that?
I'm going to jail.
Who said that? Cause
Like, it was somebody. It came up on
TikTok.
TikTok. It came up on TikTok, and he basically was saying, you know, enough is enough with these, you know, y'all having these little girls doing
Yeah,
these
little girl
dances.
slaughter with the little pants and stuff. with that
Yeah, I
daddy.
feel like the little outfits be cute and stuff. There's one
Yeah,
little girl I
but
watch all the
I
time.
just-
I see it innocent, but I get what he's saying because what we see is innocent. We're not perverts, I hope.
You
No.
cannot
So,
see my daughter on the internet. Period.
Yeah,
Whether
I
she's
agree.
entertaining or no, you just not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
That's
me.
just a parent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
A
there
parent
was a
parent.
chick that used to pop up on my Instagram, and I'm telling you, I don't know why she kept popping up.
The
I wasn't
algorithm.
watching it.
The
I watched
algorithm.
it
Was
first
it the
time, like,
algorithm?
it's part of the algorithm. So
Okay,
when
so-
people like, I don't know why.
Yeah, you
All
know.
this gay shit. Keep
Yeah.
like, nigga, you
You be-
watching
yeah.
gay shit?
On the fact that you put it up on your Google,
Right.
whatever you searching, it's going.
But you know what?
This,
That's
hold on,
bullshit.
real quick,
For
Brittney.
real.
That's bullshit because I had Africans jumping around with their dicks out. And I ain't never pulled it up on my TikTok. I swear to God. I swear to God, I was like,
But
what
no,
is going on?
they send you DMs.
Yeah.
No.
What have
I'm
you
talking
seen?
about jumping up in the dirt just.
What song?
Watch something.
I swear I put it on the holy word.
What song? What song
She be
was he
watching.
doing that
She
to?
don't want us to know. She be watching African
Oh, you was
porn.
watching Cool
I
Running.
ain't never watched no
You
more.
watch African porn? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Beep.
oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The reason why I brought that up, there used to be a
Dirty foot
chick
in.
that would be breastfeeding her kid on there, and the little boy,
It's like 8. Don't tell me that's what I don't like.
you know what I'm talking about? But he wasn't that old, but he was like 2,
But he
and a
older
half.
than your titty. Why are you still
Yeah, when
breastfeeding
it
him?
gets a certain age,
So-
you sucking your titty. It ain't no.
Hey man, if you want to breastfeed
ain't
your
breastfeeding.
kid, make sure they
No, I'm
immune
done with this
system-
earring.
You know what?
No, not until he 8. If he got bigger teeth than you,
I know somebody did that though.
Yeah.
I'm
Breastfeeding
not.
their
I'm
kid.
just
They walking
listen.
over to him, laying on.
I know somebody in real life.
Yeah.
Leave that alone.
Yeah, I know
Mommy.
somebody.
What I'm saying is, so you have this chick and niggas is actually watching her breastfeed her 2.5
After a while, I think you getting sexual.
perverted,
turned on.
yes.
Y'all like that shit, and I could not wait. Every time she came across my, man, she pissed me off. Every time she
And why
come
do you
across my
gotta put that
timeline,
online?
I hurry up trying to flick it because I'm trying to get it out my algorithm.
Yeah.
First time I watched it, I guess I was like, what the fuck? I watched
I
too
thought it was
long.
a midget.
Got the blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
this nigga like this shit.
yeah.
Oh, you like toddler sucking titties?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
weird.
Oh my God.
That's
We
weird.
gonna shoot it to you.
Long
So,
ass titty.
yeah, man.
Orangutan titty. I ain't got orangutan titty. You
All
can
right,
throw them
man.
over your shoulder.
Let's move on. Hey, I'm
Can
telling you
your
what.
titties hang low? Can you tie them in a bow?
You throw on your shoulder like a coming soldier.
Not a serious topic today,
Not a
okay?
serious
This is
topic.
not. We're not talking about anything serious.
That's what we
You know
do.
what? For the last couple episodes,
I'ma go to
we've been
Five Below and
responsible
get me a
with shit
slinky.
tonight. We're not doing it.
We having
We're not
fun.
doing it. Okay, real
So
quick.
she take her bra off and be like, boy, yo.
Unfold them hoes.
Real quick. You want to hear irony?
What's up? What's up?
Talking about the algorithm and shit. This is shit I don't like, and I caused it
Oh
myself.
gosh.
I got so many big booty bitches bounce their ass on my damn timeline.
Oh gosh. Tell me about it.
I don't have room for nothing else, so now it's like I'm trying to ignore this shit.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch it so much.
Oh, man.
That's all I'm getting, and they got the cash out. They
Right.
got, you know, what I'm saying,
Right.
you want to get paid and shit for the shit.
Got a cash up?
Hey man, tell you what.
Wait, what's that song? Like, you got the cash at.
Suck the nigga soul.
Oh, wait, how it go? Got the
That
cash
part.
at. Wait. That's my song. My daughter be so mad at me. How it go? Wait, we gotta get it right though.
Make us sound
Kinda,
real fucking old on the internet.
I know, not figuring out how it go, but that's my song.
She sucked the nigga soul.
Got the cash at.
Yeah,
And I think that's
And the
training
bag
women.
back.
That's training these young girls to
be
ask
hoes.
for money. Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that, but
He want Honda.
yeah. So anyway, what's next?
Yeah.
That's a prostitution. What can you do for me?
So,
Oh, they can't ask for Birkin bags and shit no more because
it ain't worth nothing. I can't cap with it.
But one thing, honestly, y'all, that one thing I don't like for us with the internet and the posting and everything like that. For example, it's a group that I follow. It's called I think it's like Black Daddies Matter, Black Fathers Matter, whatever. So it's like
we don't matter.
no, just
No, I'm saying,
the name, like Black Daddies Matter.
I follow them, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I reposted a specific thing that they posted, and it was like black men do get tired, blah 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 blah. Just whatever, like explaining how we do have feelings.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, let me repost this. Man, I reposted it. It was the women under it that was responding, which I was very surprised that a lot of men didn't respond. But my response, it was a lot of women. But it was like, well, what about us? What about? I said, y'all missing the point. Mm-hmm. My question is, why is it that when a man want to post how we really feel about something, why does a woman come on and discredit it?
Oh, I don't like that.
That's
our
good.
feelings don't matter.
Right.
So I want to get serious about it, because at the end of the day, that ain't right.
That's
Because
the
at the end of the
angry
day,
black
you
syndrome.
can't have it that way. You want us men to listen to y'all and get it. But when us men talk about how we feel and how we want to be treated, blah, 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 y'all go against it. But then y'all get upset and mad when we step outside of the relationship to get something else that we was just asking in our relationship.
You with that bullshit. You went to two different types.
But wait a minute, no. But I gotta piggyback on that.
As far as the comments go,
That makes a lot of sense.
No, but that's true though. But also, one thing I hate is
I
when
like
Father's Day comes, stop talking about Happy Father's Day to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You a single mom. Like, let these men have Father's Day. That annoys me.
Just like we were saying earlier, you're taking it personal. So if what you're hearing that guy say fucks with you a certain way, and so you feel compelled to comment.
You put your personal shit on now.
Right.
You have something personal.
Right.
You ain't got shit
And
to
it's
say.
like,
I can't
why
speak on
take
that
it?
'cause I don't do it.
But when y'all post something,
Everybody
y'all
supposed to be, girl,
want
you a
everybody
good
to get it and be like, blah, blah, blah. But like when us men post something, it's a problem.
Well, men's supposed to be quiet, man.
Right.
You're
But at
supposed
the end of
to
the day,
suffer in silence.
I mean,
But that's
as
some
a,
angry bitch
like to me
thing.
as a man, as a black man, or whatever, I've been saying stuff.
Right.
But it's like when the comments come, I'm like, man, you bitter, you mad, you upset. I'm just posting stuff that most men don't talk about. I'm the voice.
And you
I'm gonna
keep
say
doing it.
something.
So they think that when a man expresses himself, it's sus.
Exactly.
It's zesty.
Yeah.
Right. So my thing is, why is it like that though? To the point where if a man expresses himself, he's sensitive. He's not,
That's a good
he's a
topic,
B
Kells.
word. He's he's not, when he expresses
word.
feelings, the bitch.
bitch.
It's a lot of men.
Funny boy.
Yeah. But y'all get up. A lot of women get upset.
Cotton.
Like for example, we could post that, but a lot of women get upset when they go outside they race and date. Point blank, this example. This ain't my issue, so don't sit there thinking nothing going on.
Yeah, 'cause you know, you sensitive out there.
I'm saying as an example, Sean. This is what I'm saying. You dating a black woman,
Right.
You sit there and you try to confide in her, like this is what's going on. You letting the guards down.
Right.
The last thing you want to hear is, okay, hold on. Let me go outside my race. Let me go to another one.
'Cause you don't
Whatever.
have to deal with-
Exactly. She gonna be like, oh, baby, that's what you're looking for. So thing is, you express your feeling to this one woman. She, you going out a different route. She's understanding.
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of those women
Right.
are raised to be wives. They
Right.
seen
Right.
that. They was raised to be.
So my thing is,
black women
why
didn't see that.
my question is, why does when men post stuff out of just sincerity, being just heart to heart, and being a man about it, we get discredit for it to the point where we don't exist.
That's a good topic.
But
if they complain about it, they either taking it personal.
Then you wonder why. Hold on,
It's
sorry.
the angry bitch
Then
phase,
you
I'm
wonder why.
telling you.
Then you wonder why a lot of men don't talk. A lot of men don't open up. A lot of men don't. They commit suicide. All this stuff. Or they just shut down and they don't say nothing
Just to
because
appease
they scared of the response that they're going to get. And I was saying it's just a question like why women do that, but. When a woman posts something, y'all want us men to understand y'all. So when we post something, why women can't understand us?
They have the sisterhood. They have the
Right,
sister code. They need to be on the same accord. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. However, the way men are built, we've been bred to shoulder the burden.
Right.
Of what we're going
Exactly,
through
yeah.
on our own.
Right.
Don't nobody want to hear that whining.
Thank you.
Don't nobody want to do this.
Right,
And
right.
so it seems odd when you do it online.
so
And if you see a woman post the same thing and then women come to her defense,
Right.
that's what they do.
Man,
So let me say this. Can I say something about that?
And you know what kills me though, honestly, son, and I'm gonna say this in front of the camera. It's sad that if I post something like that, none of the men come to the defense of it. It's a lot of women that come in there, but there's no men, real men. I'm calling you out. There's no real men out there. I said it.
I'm always like,
follow me.
y'all
Inspiration
stop me from doing
_.
that?
Kells. You can follow him.
a lot
Follow
of them
him.
raised by their mama.
But I'm saying though, there's no men that'll come to the defense of it. But y'all got the nerve, men. Y'all got the nerve to DM or call her and talk to other men about it. But when we put it out there, y'all quiet. Don't be quiet when it's out there.
I don't
Like
think-
you said, like when the women do it,
So-
it's like they come. It's
Yeah,
like
but
the
okay,
Beyonce,
let
the
me- let me-
Beehive.
let me-
They coming at
Let
it.
me give you a slightly
I
different.
like this topic here.
Yeah, I
Let
want
me
to
give
kind
you
of
a
say
slightly
something, but if
different-
I can get a word in when y'all,
Just
yeah,
let me say this, 'cause I
yeah.
know what you're ready to say.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to explain. I know what your concern is. This is why you don't, in my humble opinion, even though I'm right. This is why you don't see people come to your defense online. So women will come to defense of each other
Right.
to show a united front.
Right.
Black girl magic.
All that, yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And them hoes be fronting.
That's why I say
Them hoes
bullshit.
don't exploit each other.
So-
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say.
This-
These
but
hoes be
I'm
fronting.
just- yeah,
Hold
go
on,
ahead,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
explain
go
to
ahead.
you so that you don't take it personal.
I'm not taking it personal. I'm
not-
just
not-
asking a question.
Why you don't see men do it?
Right. That's all I'm asking.
So I hear you say
Cause it's
something.
bitch shit.
But I hear you say something that resonate with me one way or another, whether I agree with it or not. You know, I go to the barbershop every Tuesday, get lined up, get my head shaved and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we talk about? Something that we saw online.
Exactly.
And so you're having real world discussions about what it is you're saying and not, because you're limited on TikTok. And most people, if it's too long, they can read a couple, they
Right.
stop reading.
Because their attention span.
I don't pay no attention to that
Right.
shit.
Right.
Now in the barbershop, I bring it up. Well, no matter how I feel about it, I'm gonna hear a retort to it, a disagreement, an
rebuttal.
agreement,
Yeah, agree to
a
disagree.
rebuttal,
Yeah.
something. You're gonna hear
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And so I think the way that men react to things is probably going to be said more in the real world barbershop with our homeboys, or maybe even your spouse, depending
And y'all
on what
not
it
as
is.
emotional.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
we're-
not.
we're
But
not,
women
yeah.
have to put up this fake front, like we all on the same team. And I'm gonna tell
It's
you,
the angry bitch face. I'm telling you.
black women don't even like black women.
Oh,
I
course.
have-
Say
Can I get a word in before y'all shift to something else
that's-
about
that's-
this
no, no,
topic?
that's cool.
He's
Yeah.
still answering the question.
Yeah.
Then he start talking about women not liking women.
no.
The
He-
reason,
no,
the reason why I'm
no.
saying that is it's convenient for women to side up with each other in public. Behind closed
Hey.
doors, they don't fuck
Hey.
with each other. I know they don't. I
Yeah,
know
no,
it.
for a fact. I'm
But
I'm
men-
vouching for you.
Men
I'm
may
telling
or
you.
may not
But we the
come to your
opposite.
post in
But
public
we the
to
opposite.
support it.
Yeah.
But if I'm telling you, 100%.
I see what you say. I see what you
I'm
say,
100%. If I'm doing something, I'm fucking up. This nigga ain't finna check me in front of y'all.
Yeah, I see what
Bad.
you're
But when
saying.
he get me by myself,
I'm going to pull your
Yeah.
card.
You know, and that's the thing. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't understand is that y'all have no idea how much black men check each other when y'all not looking, and it gives the appearance that we
Y'all
just
sign with it, yeah.
Nah, we not.
We're
But
not
we not
siding
finna
with it.
just check him in public because he's a man.
That's a
At
respect
the end of the
thing.
day, it's a
Right.
respect thing.
Right.
But then, nigga, do you think I'm finna fuck with you on a friend level or somewhere close and you ain't right? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you a couple of times, maybe thrice. But after a certain point, that's when you see niggas separate. You know why that happens?
Why?
Because they have grown apart. One of them niggas has checked that nigga and checked that nigga and checked that nigga, and this nigga decide he's still gonna be the way he is.
Yeah,
Well,
some
like,
niggas have
fuck
girl
it.
flaws in them,
Right.
girl draws.
that's
He like,
it.
forget it.
That's
How
my
Willie
bad
D
little
say?
tongue.
Oh no, I just wanted to say that because I'm listening to him. Right, I'm a woman. I date men, so I'm not really one of the women that go on the post and start bashing. Sometimes even like a lot of people didn't like Kevin Samuels. I'm not about to really argue with a man about a man's point of view. Even if I feel a way, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna take that. And what I don't like is to hear a man, you know, have to feel like their woman is not a safe space.
That's right. And that's what
You
we
know what I'm
supposed to be.
saying? You should not have to feel like you gotta hold everything in because you're gonna feel like less of a man if you say how you feel. I'm a woman. I don't agree with that.
That's what I'm
Okay.
doing.
Can I answer that? And
Yeah.
Kelly may have a
Let-
different
let-
point of view.
go-
I hate
go
they
ahead.
making it
Go-
bad
no,
for us
but
like
go
that,
go
though.
ahead, because
Yeah.
we may be on the same page. Go ahead, because
Okay.
to answer her question. Go ahead. Then I'm gonna.
You
Yeah.
sure?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's very simple. A woman should look at her man as a source of strength, somebody that's going to protect her, and just be the backbone.
I agree with all that.
Normal women, because
Right,
women
but-
probably gonna see this and they'll be like, "Well, I don't need a bitch. I'm not talking to you."
Right.
Normal women,
Yeah.
you're a source of strength.
Grown ass women.
With the exception of somebody close to him dying or some very traumatic event, it is unacceptable for your woman to see you cry. Now, I know how that sounds, and she will console him. For a lot of women, somewhere in the back of their mind, they gonna remember this nigga showed weakness.
I think it depends on a woman. And I'm a
absolutely.
woman telling you, let me say
Say
this.
it depends.
Because
Little girl.
it takes a certain level of strength to be vulnerable.
Right.
To me, it takes
Yes.
a lot more.
That's-
Seriously,
but see,
Yeah.
because of
But
that,
you a
because you
grown-ass
you
woman saying
you
that.
putting
We
yourself
talking
out
about
there to be
hoes, and then
judged
what's-
and different things. You talking about? Are you talking about? It depends on the level of woman. Are you talking about?
Yeah,
You talking
and
about
then
some
like
low
I said
class
in a
woman?
previous
Or are you talking about a
episode,
woman
it
because
goes
your
with
woman should know you well
motive
enough
too.
as a man that if you crying that something is seriously going on.
Or
We're
you
not
might-
saying you
or-
watching a cartoon and you crying. We talking about
That's a different
Yeah,
cry.
but you saying only if
hold on.
somebody
That's a different
dies.
cry. So if I'm watching Finding Nemo or some shit and I shed a tear, she don't
And
think
they
that's
can't find
cute.
it, oh, yeah.
She don't think that's cute. But if it's some real world shit happening and you break down, that's how she's gonna see you.
No,
No, because it depends
Hey,
on
but it
your
goes
the
back to
woman,
what
and
a
it
bitch
depends
motive,
on
what
if
she
you
with
know
you
your
for.
man. You know
Because
if he
you
just crying over it.
genuinely
It just
love. Sorry, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. No,
If you genuinely love your husband or your man and he cry, that is so sexy.
yeah,
And that
because
is
enough
showing
men are
your
not
strength.
vulnerable because society is
That's
telling them
showing
not
your
to be.
And I come from men that don't show no emotion, don't know how to do it. Just
But we're telling you as
Okay,
women, we
okay,
need
Brittney.
a certain level of vulnerability.
I'm real quick. I'll only speak from my experience
Right.
and what
Right.
Yeah.
I know of it.
right.
It's just not a good idea. It is not a good idea to be, as a man, I'm not emotional anyway. So if
Right.
you see me crying, nigga, shit.
Something's wrong.
It's something wrong.
I'm like,
But
get this
even-
And that's
nigga.
the point we making is something wrong. We're not just saying you just out here crying
but
just
I think-
cause. But
I think, not no. I think y'all are an exception. There's still that's why men cry in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's why men
Yeah, we
cry
do
in,
too,
in a car. What's if a woman
it
cries?
goes the
It's
same way
normal.
because
I don't
now
cry for
we have to
motherfuckers.
we have to kind of like
You
go
cry in
in.
public.
But
You don't cry in front
Hell
of
no.
No, because you can't. Men don't respect weakness.
So time out.
Life
Why?
Life
Why?
just made me tough. I just
So
I'll
how do
never
you
show
think it
forms
is
of
for a
weakness.
man?
No, I'm talking about other bitches. Bitches will take you. They'll try to take you as weak.
No, what I'm saying, just crying, just
Right.
the act.
Just
No,
the man crying.
my man crying over something like you say, something that's hurting him or something. Hell yeah, I'm there. Cry on me. Shit, let's work it out together. I'm gonna get on the floor and roll down and cry with you.
All right.
But I'm not with all that. If you just crying over some stupid
Just
shit,
over dumb stuff, like
then that use a
Who's to justify
fuck
what's
boy.
dumb? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, not dumb stuff. What I'm saying is like, okay.
Let me ask you a question. What if that was your man? You love him.
Right.
That's his form of release, is to cry every now and then.
You are the one as a man saying he can't do that. I'm not saying he can't do that.
I'm asking you, how would you take that?
It wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't think it would bother me because because let me say this. At
I'm
this
a
point, I
grown-ass
feel
woman.
like
I know how life
that
is.
means he trusts
Everybody
me.
different,
He trusts
right.
me. You know what I'm saying? He
vulnerable.
trusts me in his vulnerable state.
But-
He trusts me with importance. I just feel like it takes a certain level of strength for men to be vulnerable because they are taught you can't cry. You have to be tough. You can't show emotion. So a lot of times a man could be in love with you and you don't even know because society has taught him, oh no, you got man up. And now it's to the point where as though I've learned as a woman, I can't be but so vulnerable. I need to go hide. I could be hurt, broken down, but I'm not going to show him that because society has taught me that men don't respect women who are weak. If you always crying about this and that and you out here, no, baby, this and that. If you're being too sensitive, a lot of men will treat you like, oh, I got her. I can just do what I want.
Cry.
You know, so I think we need to make being vulnerable safe
The
again.
crazy thing
You
about
know
it,
why
though,
I want him
Brittney,
to cry? Because, man, I need you here with me on this earth. I don't need you stressed out.
Yeah.
I want that, 'cause we got to roll this motherfucker till the wheels fall off.
check it out, Brittney.
I don't need you stressed out. Come on, cry. I'm sitting right here because guess what, nigga? When I cry, you better be here wiping my motherfucking tears. Then we're going to get up and we're going to do this shit again.
And
Yep.
it's crazy, Brittney, because my wife said the same thing, but the crazy thing about it, I don't do it
Just
And-
because how you was raised.
for about 13 plus years. She may have seen me. I may have cried in front of her maybe like 3 or 4 times. I count on my
Y'all not
fingers.
as emotional as us,
But I'm
though.
saying though, but the fact that she still had that, I still had that safe place with her. The fact that okay, at
But
the
do
end
you
of the
trust
day,
her?
right? Of course I do. But it is something inside of me like I gotta, that grit, that grind, because like I said, how I was raised.
Oh, shit, maybe
so-
God
but the
designed
fact
y'all like
that-
that. I don't know.
I got somebody to fall back on, which I know is cool, but it's like it's something in me like I gotta fight. It could be my ego. I don't know.
It might be what God put in you. Shit, you
Exactly,
never
but
know.
it's like it's that grit, that grind that keep me like, I may be crying at the same time, but still fighting. Whatever it is, us men, we gonna cry, but we
Yeah.
gonna fight at the same time. Most men are built differently, but the fact that, like you said, you got somebody like with your husband, he got somebody he can fall back on and lean. And what make it so cold, and I think every woman should hear this: if you got a man that's crying and he's being vulnerable, one thing you can do to build that Negro's trust or that man's trust is the next time y'all have an argument, y'all don't bring up his issues
Yeah.
that he opened up with while he
Bitches
was
will use
crying.
it.
Yeah.
And that's what I
But
say.
a lot
Safe
of women,
space.
but a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
women, I ain't gonna say any. This women, most women, they'll bring that up
And
to
throw it in his
stab
face.
him, and
Stab
then all
Like
of
a
a sudden
defense
you done
mechanism.
lost his trust, and it's done.
Yeah.
Nigga, you just crying over the last
Right,
night.
right.
Yeah. Oh, so
that.
basically now you let me know how you really feel.
So that's what I'm
I ain't
saying. We
doing
have to, as women, have
Right.
to create a safe space for
Yeah,
men so
right.
that they can be vulnerable. And I think vice versa, you know?
Of course, it go both
It's
ways.
the guy though,
Yeah.
because you can't set up a safe space for me to cry. That's not gonna happen. Again, if the extreme situation, funeral.
We're not saying you're going to do it, but just know that the safe space
Right,
is there
just
if you
don't-
need
well,
to.
yeah.
'Cause you don't know what's going to happen
My
in life.
husband
So if you
taught
know
me
some-
how to
you know
control
some
my
fucked-
emotions.
If say you
My
just
husband.
who?
My husband taught me how to control my emotions by watching him.
So,
because he's not emotional, but I let him know when I first met him, the things I used to do, I used to grab him and say, come here, and I would hold him and rock him and say, this is some weird shit. But it feel good. He'd be like, why are you rocking me? I'd be like, because you my baby, and I just want you to feel safe. And I still do him like that. He'll just come lay down and get in my arms, and I'll just rock him and be watching TV. Yeah. But that's just me letting him know I love you and you're safe.
Yeah.
And you can be safe right here with me and be my baby.
And the thing about it, and the Brittney,
I do that to him.
and Brittney,
She
think
said I
about
talk
it too.
To him and stuff.
And the thing about it too, I want to say this. I'm not discrediting what women and wives and black women. I'm not discrediting what y'all go through on a day-to-day basis. I'm not discrediting
You're right,
that.
but we got
all
it
I'm
fucked
saying,
up. A lot of us got it fucked up.
right? But all I'm saying
We do.
is, most of us black men, we go through shit on a daily basis that we
Right.
don't even talk about.
Yeah.
But we come home and we gotta shut it off, or the fact that we gotta put our feelings to the side because when we get home, we gotta take care of A, B, C, and D, and to the point where y'all not even, it don't even come up. Well, we
No,
gotta
it's
come home and
supposed to
deal with
come
this
up.
shit. But the fact that what I dealt with all day was on my head, and it fucked me up to the point where when I get home, I can't talk about it.
right.
Because we got other shit going on.
You want to get past it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what that does is once we lay it down and we ain't get that much sleep because that shit's still in our head. We could pray about it. But the fact that I'm not able to get it off my chest because I want to have a conversation about it. I don't want to be like,
know what?
oh baby, it's gonna be all right.
That's why me and my husband have, and I'm not trying to sound perfect, but that first run fucked me up so bad. I said we gotta communicate. You can ask her. Me and my husband be on the phone like teenagers all day long.
See, I can't do that because I'm dealing
Baby,
with
guess
that.
what just happened? What? Because I want you to talk to me, man. I'm that person. Cause we can dialogue together. Say it might be something, baby. What you think about this? What you think? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Say, man, and it ain't nothing too hard for us. Like my husband had said something like he wanted to sit down and have dinner as a family. So one of my daughters was like, I don't know, I want to cook dinner. We just gonna start sitting down. So we be literally talking like, how was your day? Yeah. And my husband said, because dinner, people don't realize how families stay together, but you eating at the table.
When you break bread
Having
together.
a conversation.
What?
My daughters be cooking. My daughter say, God put that on her heart.
So you create an environment where he feels completely.
So
Yeah, we don't like that.
But think about it, though, Brittney. Like you was saying, and like you was saying, every woman creates that space.
foundation.
Every woman is different.
That's right.
Like for example,
some of
you
us
got
fucked up.
you
I ain't
got
lying.
you got you
I
got
was fucked
some
up.
women, they'll create that space. Some women won't. The women that create that space, I'm like, all right, the vibe is different.
Sometimes it's a motive. It ain't love behind it.
Right. The vibe is different. So if you ain't creating that space or whatever, it's like, I want to say this, but I don't.
Yeah.
You know, and it go both ways. Like you said, it go both
Can
ways.
I really trust
Right.
myself with you?
Right at this moment,
That's the
to the point
moment.
where you're not going to use it against me, and that's one thing about us men. That's why we don't open up, because for one, we're scared that the fact that you're going to use my low moment, you're going to use it against me. Because
Yeah.
every man walks around thinking we Superman. We got it.
Yeah,
The
mine's
kids think,
Superman.
oh, that's my hero. That's my hero. Supposed to handle that shit. Handle it. Man up. I can't do it. And then I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna move on. It's a podcast I watched. Man, Tamala and
Yeah.
I forgot the
Tamala
husband
Man
name.
and
I forgot.
Oh, they have
Brian.
a podcast.
He got a podcast.
Oh, okay.
It's called Man to Man, and he even said that quote me, don't quote me, but he was like one day he just came to his wife because he got a wife and he got like 4 or 5 kids. They come up. He said one day he just went to his wife like, baby, I can't do it no more. And she like, what do you mean? I can't be the Superman because it's so much on a man to the point where he was at, he had to open up. Because sometimes us men, we don't open up and let the woman know.
Yeah.
But my thing is, when the man decide to get to that level and he opens up, don't use it against
Yeah,
him. That's
yeah.
all
Thank
I'm
you for
saying.
that
Next
gem.
question.
Thank you for
Yeah.
dropping that
Next question.
gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my husband, I just looks at him sometimes and say, "Are you okay?" Because you
But
can
he
feel
not
his
gonna,
spirit.
but he not gonna say it.
You can feel it. He might
Yeah.
tell me, "I'm
Yeah.
good, baby."
He gonna
I
open
said,
up
"You
when he
worried
ready.
about something? You
Yeah.
stressed because I can
My
feel
wife
you."
the same way. My wife the same
You
way.
can feel him. That's love.
My wife the same
Yeah.
way.
Some bitches
Not
don't
only
walk
that,
past
because you
ain't
know
gonna-
him.
They gonna see you working. Like for example, it kill me now. It's killing me
Yeah.
because I know you make damn good money. Not put your business out, baby. But hey, say, man, I'm your helpmate.
Right. But yeah.
He tell me all the time, I don't need no help. But hey, I'll let you know when I need some help. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I'm not built like that.
Right.
And I go, hey, man, are you okay?
Right. You gonna keep asking.
Because shit hitting you all day. Bow, bow. It's hitting you. And I don't know what you go out into this world, but I know when I'm here, I'm your safe place.
Mm-hmm.
You come to this house, I'm, what's up, Dad? Hey, big dick, man. I'm her. Tell you. I'm going to bring
Right.
that plate. Them girls going to heat that plate up. Truck, you
Yeah,
got to
true.
eat before anybody touch anything. That's the king. You hold him down. And that's it.
Yeah. So
Go
it.
ahead.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was it. But yeah, just so I just feel like a woman who really loves you is going to create that safe space.
Right.
That's like that video I put up on TikTok, and the guy said, you know, a lot of times men will settle for a whore because it doesn't require any work. Oh, you know, a whore is not going
I
to, you
ain't see that
know,
one.
require certain things, but a woman is going to look at you and know something is wrong. And say,
Right.
baby,
I
you
ain't gonna
okay?
settle down
You
with
need
no
anything?
whore.
You
Yeah,
know,
I can't do
it,
that.
you know, so. Yeah,
It
so
all
that's
depends
basically
on
what he
what
said.
your
See, y'all gotta
motive
go
is.
back on my TikTok and
Yeah,
look. I'm
I
at to
gotta
send it
watch
to
it.
y'all,
I'm
but
gonna
he
have to look at
basically
that one.
said
Yeah,
that
yeah. I was
it's
like,
easier
okay.
when you're not. So when you're not ready to put the work in, it's easier for you
No.
because you don't have to be vulnerable. A whore
No.
don't care about you being
No
vulnerable.
Man wants a whore.
Okay.
WHORE.
Oh, a hoara, a hoe.
A hoe.
None of that shit. We
That
don't
mean-
want that. I'll take a square ass broad that's boring
Okay, so
over a whore.
I think it depends
Because-
on the space that a men are in, because we had this
Yeah.
conversation
Because if
before.
you're
because I
in
know a lot of men that
Right.
been with
A
whores
lot
and
of
they're
men
in
that-
denial that they're in
know,
whore.
no.
No, let me say that they're in denial.
Oh, they're in denial of
Because
being a whore.
I've witnessed the whole.
What you mean?
Because as a woman, I've witnessed the whole activity that they're doing. So you can't. So
This is what a man don't want.
you saying the men don't want a whore, right?
No,
but
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna tell you what a man doesn't want. A man doesn't want. I take this bitch to a bowling alley, and I'm 7 times out of 10, I'm gonna run into somebody she fucked.
Oh,
and
yeah.
every time you go somewhere, she know everybody. She know the bouncers. She know this nigga, and you know that's what it is because his manhood is constantly being challenged.
right. So
So, don't a man want that? A man might settle for that.
And that's what he was saying in the video. He's settling for because he's not in the space. If he's not in the space where he's doing the work and he's not ready to do the work, it's easy for
Yeah,
him to
where's
settle.
mine
And I'm
at?
not saying that he's openly settling for it, but I feel like we have intuition. You know certain things, but it's not being put in your face. But you know, and I'm telling you, I'm a woman. I've broken up friendships with people because I seen the stuff that they was doing to their husband, and I said that's not cool. There's no way that, and I'm telling you, as a woman, I've seen it. Women are a lot more sneaky with the things that they do. As a
think
woman,
so?
I've
Of
seen
course.
it. What I'm
Son,
telling you
come on,
is,
man, you just fucking with it.
I've gotten into arguments because I'm like, and I think I gave this example.
Hey, she ain't bullshitting. You know, back in the day, that woman got 13 kids and 2 of them don't look like nobody.
Exactly. But let me tell you something. Yeah, listen. Yeah, because it's not out in the open, but subconsciously you know what you're dealing with.
That's like family play cousin.
That's like women. I may be dealing with a man, right?
Right.
Everywhere I go, it's not no woman. I'm not running into the woman that he been with, but it's signs, it's certain things. I feel it. I'm just ignoring it because it hasn't been brought in my
what I'm telling
face.
you though, when a man constantly getting accosted by niggas you done slept with and
That's
ran-
different though. That's different.
the
That is in
reaction-
your face.
The reaction.
That's the difference.
You know, when you put a man in that position, it can get downright dangerous. So
Oh, me.
what? Huh?
On me.
Because I know somebody that had about 8 men in one relationship. I'm in one relationship being faithful. She got a husband, a side nigga, the cousin of the side person, all of this going on. And I'm telling you, in my experience, I've seen these are women that are actually.
Did he know that?
She need to take an antibiotic.
Let me tell you something. Out in the open, did he know it? Probably not. But come on, you're not going to tell me you didn't know, or she just get people this stupid.
You can feel that shit.
Yeah, you can.
Again,
What's the motive?
You're using your spidey senses, and I think if you were going to feel it at all, it's when you first start dating the chick, not later on down the line when y'all are actually in a relationship. So if you don't feel it at the very beginning, a man can be lulled into, this ain't. I don't think you're doing this, that, and the third.
And let me just say this when you go.
I feel like I would know, but then again, I don't know.
Because you may not be looking. And let me say this, and it's not just men. Women do it too. And I think a lot of times we expect men to just always be tough and just be strong and not be vulnerable and not fall for certain things. The devil trick us all. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So just like I can fall for a no good man and think that it was heaven sent, I know men can do it too. Yeah. So it may have been a situation like that where they thought that because this is not what she presented to him. It's nobody is walking up and saying, hey, I'm a whore, marry me. But what I'm telling you as a woman, I watch this stuff getting done and I'm the one having a side conversation.
You can be a whore. And if I don't...
It's the difference between a whore and a freak. You can be a freak and you can be a faithful freak. You can be nasty, you can be freaky, but a whore, I'm talking about...
Well, again, I agree. What I was saying was...
You can... What is it?
I'm not being confronted and reminded every turn of the corner that you're a whore, then you know what I'm saying?
But it's
if
not.
we can't go out, it's different. You can be lulled into being okay with it. Okay, so I'll give you a real world example.
You can be lulled to get okay with it.
Jose Grignon. Do y'all know who that is?
I do not.
He is an anchor on Fox 26 News.
I know you're talking about,
I know
where you're going with this.
He look like my daddy.
He is married to a singing hooker.
Yeah.
She is a hooker.
She's a white chick, ain't she?
No. Black.
She's black.
She's known.
Because she started the program, been there, done that.
Yeah. So
I know where you're going.
She's known because when she was hooking, she would sing and all. She was famous.
She was cold with it.
Yeah. And so she's retired.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Grignon is a respected newscaster. And matter of fact, he rescued some motherfuckers from a flaming car and saved their life and shit. And one of them people died. So what I'm saying is just a good fucking dude. And he hooked up with her.
But what's the motive? What
it's like porn stars get married. So it all depends on the person they looking for.
Motive. They got to understand.
They got to understand it.
Yeah.
I don't have no understanding with this shit. So if you're a whore, and every time I turn around, I'm being confronted with the fact that you've been all over the streets, the wonderful streets of Houston.
But that's different. That's out in the open.
It's that she's been around so much. She knows everybody. She's hugging every nigga. Hey, see you.
Super friendly. Everybody her cousin.
No. Bam. You said it.
Yeah.
So what that does, it's not the fact that you're a whore. It's that this man has to constantly question or defend his manhood around you, and that's not what
that's unacceptable too. I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you've been around. I really don't. I'm not gonna ask you your body count. I'm not gonna do none of that shit.
I wish that age everybody got.
But
ain't nobody no saint. But what is just certain things is just like, where do you draw the line? No, because some of these people don't draw the line, whereas though they don't have respect for their person. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but that's the question though. So the line is gonna be different for everybody because some dudes, I know a couple dudes that tolerate a bunch of shit that I just
couldn't do it.
Yeah, and I think the same for women. It ain't just it's not just men. Yeah. same thing for women. Like I may tolerate more than she may tolerate. So that's basically what he was saying. It don't mean that it is for all men. But what he's saying, a lot of times, like we sit on here, we have a podcast. I can say that we all are in a space where we're growing and try to better ourselves. Some people are still stuck. Like changing is a hard process. Right. It doesn't happen overnight. It's painful. It takes a lot. It's easier to stay the same. So what he's saying is when you're in a low vibrational space, and then you have this woman that's high vibrational, and she's trying to bring you upward, you're not ready to do the work. So it's easy for you to stay with somebody that's low vibrational too. Right. Because now you don't have to put in the work. That's all he was basically saying. Okay. Yeah. You have to be low vibrational to be a whore.
But it's not vibrational, it's fucking.
No, low vibrational is like.
You have a high vibrational whore.
It's no such thing as though you can't be.
Jose Grignone, you
can't.
You understand what I'm saying?
You can't be high vibrational and be a whore. They don't line up. Because the higher you get, when I say low vibration and high vibrational, we're talking
It's a mentality, right?
It's a mentality. It could be mentality. It could be now I'm going from the center side to the Christ-like side. Okay. It's anything where you evolving to become a better person is high vibrational. Toxicity is low vibrational.
I get it.
Because how do you value yourself and be a whore, right? If God says your body is your temple, we get that it's fun. I mean, listen, a lot of things is fun, but when you get to a point where it's fun, but it's also not safe.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? No, I know, because we were supposed to have a fun night, and we're supposed to be laughing and keep it light. You know what I'm saying? But
this is actually light. I'm loving this.
Yeah, so it's kind of like when you start thinking, and I'm going to say, when you young, we all, you make mistakes, stuff be fun, but after a while you get older, you start wanting different things when you start, raising your vibration aware.
So with me, I will take a reformed hoe.
Yeah. Because everybody has some type of past.
I like the way you put that.
I'll take a reformed hoe. Are you still fucking everybody? No.
Right.
You can tell me something about what you experienced.
Because I believe people can change, so you can't always hold people to their past.
Everybody got track.
Especially, because I'm 53.
They got a resume.
I'm 53.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna find no mother Mary.
I don't want to.
Well, that man that dressed up like in the dog suit, he's a 47-year-old version.
No.
This guy on Instagram or whatever, and it was he was on Dr. Phil. And he goes around dressed like a dog because his mother set him up with a trust fund. But he seems so happy. Listen, he don't have the issues that come.
He was normal.
But the average person at their certain age, yes, you've been with people.
So, I can not in good faith say I'm not gonna date a woman with kids, nigga. All of our kids.
Yeah.
I can't date a woman with a high body count, man. She
fit.
Man,
I'm
look.
dating women my age, so it's a realism that comes to it. I got baggage. And so
we all have some type of baggage.
Somebody to accept my shit, I gotta accept theirs. And so it's interesting to hear about. What I'm saying is that somebody that's actively in a hoe phase, especially in their mid 40s up to 50, you just
get you out of there.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. At this age, I feel like it's unacceptable.
Right.
Certain stuff, like now I'm not putting nobody out there or anything, but it was like certain stuff. No, certain stuff. It was like it was okay. When we were like young, right? We were in our 20s and stuff, and I'm like, okay, we in our 20s. You cheating on your husband? I didn't think you should be cheating on your husband in your 20s, but because you chose to get married. But okay, that's acceptable. So when everybody else is like, oh no, you believe in this and that, she's still a whore, blah blah. Then it come up at our big age in 40. And you still doing it? Yeah. Like, damn, you're not even a recovering whore. You just been a whore and hiding.
You like what you do.
You know what I'm saying? That's just you. Mm-hmm. Some people, certain things are just in them.
I don't give a damn cut off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm not mean to be like, because
you ain't gotta fucking quantify what you say.
No, because it just was a bit much for me because
goddamn it.
No, it was just a bit much for me because at the same time, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go that far with it. No, I'm not.
Come on, look at me. I'm being messy. Come on, man.
Well,
leave it
what
alone.
they say it is.
Come on,
Because it don't matter. Because at the end of the day, none of us is saints, and I'm not about to go that far with
it's
it.
not.
Somebody that I grew up with, yeah, like was friends with for a long time. I kind of was just like,
When was the last time you talked to
I don't know, maybe some months.
Go ahead and say it then. She ain't watching. She don't fuck with you.
No, because
Listen.
let me tell you this, because I don't want to. You know what's crazy? I know her husband is not watching this, but I don't want to be the person to put
No,
that.
I get it. I'm just being messy.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's nobody y'all know. There's somebody back in Philly.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave it there. And I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna sit around you and be talking about you and judging you.
Yeah.
If we don't fit, I'm just gonna cut you off.
Like a
so it's
motherfucker.
like it turned me off so bad. I was just like, that's the end of this 20+ friendship,
Yeah.
year friendship.
As I do
Because it's
believe,
ridiculous.
I used to get mad at my mom, but now that I'm a mother and I'm in my almost 45, all birds of the same feather flocks the fuck together.
Yeah. At
And
this
I'm
point,
a true believer. I was made a believer of that.
Because I had a homeboy that I was friends with for over 20 years, and it just at a certain point, I was like, nigga, you got to go.
yeah, because it was
Yeah.
like everybody
Bad.
else had cut this
Well, you
person
gonna have
off, and
people
I was
looking at me
still
fucked
holding
up.
on. I was still the one holding on, like,
And
no,
not only
that
that-
changed.
And not only that, it's like you know, as you get older.
Kells for the same song.
Hold on. No, cause like, cause like as you get older, it's like you say, you evolve. You know, certain stuff you just can't tolerate and deal with.
Yeah.
And now it's like as you get older, it's like now you thinking mindset. It's like, this man got to go out of this girl. Cause now it's like, are you gonna be an asset or a liability?
Motherfucker.
At the end of the day, because when you young and out there, you ain't thinking about no. But as you get old, you like, man, hold on now, like we gotta change this.
Yeah,
change behavior. Like,
Sean,
come on.
what's in this shit, man?
Where's the
I
growth?
think it's 8%
Right?
alcohol. That
Yeah,
shit
me
good.
too.
He happy. He
No.
happy about that 8.
Yeah.
He was like 8% before we started
I
recording.
That's 2% higher than Bill.
Shit.
Yeah.
Got
you know.
my I don't give a fuck on.
I-
I'm about to say some bullshit. You see, I'm hitting it. And
Right.
then you
That's the
about
thing.
to
Once
get
you start
another one.
once you start getting that buzz, you forget what it tastes like. You forget that it's nasty. You just keep sipping.
It's the Social Drinkers Podcast.